mate. Thank you.
Studio.
Thanks, guys.
Everyone good?
No, I still a dive, so I'll just switch chair. Gonna put a claim in there.
Claim as a claim, definitely.
Yeah. There we go, I'm ready.
I'm not ready.
Luke Humphries, you are the World Grand Prix champion. How does that sound, and just sum up what it's been like for the last 20 minutes or so?
Just say that one more time. Yeah, it's a massive emotions. You know, I can't put into words. You know, I'm lost for words. It's incredible. You know, you don't really know how it feels when you finally do it, and you know, now I do, and it exceeded all expectations. You know, you dream of these moments to finally go on and win a major title, and I've finally gone and done it. And that's for the people that have sat there and said he will be major champion, he can do this. That's all for you guys, because a lot of people out there have touted me and said he can win a major title, and I've finally done it. So I proved a lot of people right and a lot of people wrong as well.
You guaranteed it the other day, and you stuck true to your word a little bit quicker than maybe you thought.
What did I guarantee?
You guaranteed you'd win a major title.
Oh, yes, I did, yeah. I mean, like I said, I knew it was coming, and I think a lot of people knew it was coming. Not in an arrogant way. I just knew that I was getting close a lot, and the heartbreak of the World Series finals, as much as it didn't hurt me, it was 3 darts I missed, and then obviously Nathan didn't play his best in the final, so you know, that in my mind I thought that could have been my first TV title. And then to bounce back again and finally go on over the line and pick it up, it was some special feeling. But like I said to you, I knew it was coming, and I knew it would happen one day. But I just didn't know it was going to be this weekend, and yeah, I'm really happy about it.
Look, you lost the UK Open, and obviously we know that hurt. What did you take from that final defeat 2 years ago going into this final? Is there anything you could draw from it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a major final I didn't expect to reach, to be honest. I think I just lost to Paul Lim in the World Championships, played really poor, and I think I changed my lifestyle. I lost a lot of weight in the 3 months before the UK Open, and then I played in it and made the major final, and that really was a shock to me, because I don't think anybody else expected it from me. Everyone saw our potential, a couple of quarterfinals in the world, but you know, I think that was the stepping stone of my career, because after that, you know, I've not looked back. And it obviously, you know, give me a lot of experience. You know, you don't get in major finals every weekend. It doesn't happen off the off chance. So I think looking back now, it really was the start of, you know, the last 2.5 years have really propelled me from that moment. And you know, I don't even know off the top of my head, but I've made about 20-25 finals since then. So yeah, it was probably the thing I needed in my career. And that game against Michael in the semi-finals of the UK Open, you know, that was the making of me, I think.
Well, on Michael, this was his first TV tournament as well,
yeah.
And we saw what it did for him. Are you hoping you can emulate Michael and go on and do the same sort of things now?
Yeah, he did. He wished me good luck today. You know, I do like Michael. We get on really well. He wished me all the best today. He was hoping I was, you know, going to pick up my first major title, because as much as we're competitors, you know, he is a nice guy, very, very nice guy, Michael is, and you know, he said to me a lot of the times, every time he's beat me, he said, you know, you'll win, on the back room, he says, you'll win a major soon. He kept telling me, you'll win one of these soon. I know it, and obviously he wouldn't have wanted me to win one if he was in the competition, but he wasn't, and you know, he was right. So yeah, at the back of my mind, you know, I knew Michael when he won it. He went on to a free-for-all, won a lot of things, but I can, I'm not going to go on and do what Mark Van Gelder's done. That's never going to happen, and I won't ever dominate the sport. I know that, because we're in an era where it's too good, you know. So he won his first like this, and I'd be happy with a quarter of his career, because he's an unbelievable player. And for me, if I can pick up, you know, major title every year, which is obviously going to be my goal now, I'll leave the sport in a very happy place. But of course, no one can ever take away from me now that I've won a major, and that's going to live me forever.
I know you didn't want to talk about it beforehand, but now, have you given those selectors a reason not to leave you out of the Premier League next year?
What are you talking about? As long as it's not in the headlines. It's up to them, isn't it? They want me? No. I think I said it in another interview. You know, they probably, as much as it hurt in the time when I didn't get picked this year, it was probably the right decision. I think they took into consideration that I've had a newborn son, and maybe it was a bit too early for me. But you know, Matt said to me, you know, he rang me up and said, look, unfortunately you're not in, and I was accepted it. He said, go on and prove us wrong. Go out this year and show us that there's no doubt for next year. So I feel like I've done a big step for that this year. But of course, the PDC will make their decision. It's nothing down to me. I've definitely put my name up there now, of course. But I love the PDC. They've given me the most incredible career. They've allowed me to earn money that I would never earn in anything else. So whatever decision they make, it is up to them. But of course, I'd love to be in it.
Luke, many congratulations as always, mate.
Thank you.
Luke, just describe the emotion when you landed that 138 and also sharing that moment with your family at the end there.
Yeah, honestly, I can't believe that I hit that shot. I really can't, because you dream of winning major titles, but you dream on them just being on 3 darts and you're around at double 16, double 8, double 4, and the other person's maybe missed. So to take it out in such a massive finish, and Gezi wasn't just on a finish, he was on a double. It just made the whole experience better for me. It really made the whole, you see at the end there, my emotions just come out, and they're raw, they're uncut, they're the emotions that you feel, and then Gezi celebrates like he does, but he does it because they're raw. He gets up for it, and it was a shame that sometimes the crowd can get on his shoulders sometimes, and he's a good guy, Gezi. He really is. He's such a lovely guy, and he don't deserve the booze he gets. And he said it at the end there. He said, well played. He said, unfortunately, got my back, and they did, but I was just there to play my own game, and we both played a fantastic final there, in my opinion.
It's been some journey for you over the past few years. You've had to overcome a lot of adversity, and you must be immensely proud of what you've achieved today.
Yeah, I've not overcome. A lot of people have overcome a lot worse situations than I have. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've overcome the most incredible things, because what I have overcome is pretty hard. But of course, there's a lot of people worse off than I am. So it was tough in them moments, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, whenever it was. But I still live with it to this day. But of course, I challenged it. I worked hard at it and lost a lot of weight. And it just shows that if you work hard and dedicate yourself, and them 2.5 years ago I lost all that weight, it come down to this moment, because if I didn't, maybe I wouldn't be sitting here a major champion. So I think that I dedicated my life to this sport, and really proud of myself for it.
You're going to be around in this sport at the top level for a long time. Do you firmly believe that today is the first of many?
Well, I hope I'm going to be around in this sport for a long time. Not too long, but I hope I'm going to be around for a long time. And yeah, I do believe it's the first of many. Like I said, it's not going to be I'm not going to dominate the sport. All of a sudden, too many good players around. But I know I can win a lot more than I have over the last couple of years. I think it's a couple of titles that maybe got away from me a little bit. But now I've won that first one, it opens up the floodgates for me to win more. But of course, like I say, I'm not going to go on and win all the majors now. It's just it comes down to me taking my chances like I have this weekend, and I'm hoping that I can finish my career in maybe 20 years, whenever it will be, with more than 10 at least, for sure.
Cheers, Luke, mate.
Thank you.
Luke, barring the one today, was there any moment during that match where you thought, I've got him, I've got this all sewn up?
Never. You just can't. I think you're playing one of, if not the best player this year in the world. I think people forget how amazingly good he was in the Premier League. I mean, it was fantastic. So you can't just think you've won the game. If he'd have took that double out, it would have been another 3 legs for me. So I'm happy that I took that 1-3 out, because you just don't know where the game could have gone. I could have lost the game. But I felt really good, and after that first set, I think Wayne said it in my interview with Sky, he said, you didn't panic. I didn't, because I felt good. I felt like my scoring was there, my doubles were there in practice, and it was just one of them sets where I didn't get going. But it's another one of them scenarios where I'm proud of myself for not panicking and playing really well and winning the 5 out of the last 6 sets.
You've said throughout this week that you've not quite been at your best. You've just been a few % off your top game. You really pulled it out today, though. How proud of you of how you find it under such pressure?
Yeah, I think Gezi was the same. I don't think he was at his best throughout the whole tournament. And as much as we weren't our brilliant best in the final, I thought we were good. I don't think we were. At our B game there, we were probably pretty close to our A game there. He didn't play his best throughout the tournament, and I just had a feeling that we both would turn up in that final, and both let everything out, because we got through the tournament. I guess I don't think anybody really tested him, and obviously Peter tested me, but people weren't testing us, and then it got to that final and we both imploded and played some fantastic stuff. So yeah.
You've mentioned the weight loss a couple of times. Do you feel like that's the way the game is going, and that's becoming a more important sort of facet of the game?
Well, no, I just think everyone's different, aren't they? I think you don't have to lose weight if you don't want to. Everyone's obliged to lift the how far they want to. For me, I wanted to change something because it wasn't working. I used to get fatigued through the day, and I couldn't cope with the long days. And it's been 4 days on the trot now for me. Look, as much as people don't understand, these are hard, long days. You're practicing 3 or 4 hours, all your media commitments. It's hard to sleep sometimes after adrenaline-filled days. Like the Peter Wright day, I must have had about 5 hours sleep because the adrenaline was so high, and then the next day I struggled to match that up again. So yeah, I think that's why I say that the losing the weight did help me, because it allows me to have that little bit of energy still left in my body to go on and perform like I did today, which 4 years ago I probably would have not been able to.
Thanks for your time as always.
Thank you. Cheers.
Luke, it's safe to say that first set was pretty bad, shall we say, but is that the difference in Luke Humphries now, that you had a set like that and then you just roared back and then took the lead for the next 2 sets?
Yeah, I just couldn't get going at the start, but I felt good. They were coming at me and right, and they were sat on the wires, to be honest. But I didn't let it affect me. When I walked off the first break, I still believed that it's just one set. It's his throw. It's the start. If I let that affect me, then there's only one way the game was going to go, and it was going to be a Gezi win. So it was important that I took my chance in the second set, because I think I fluffed a few ones in the second set and almost let it back in. But the second and I think it was the second and fourth, or second and fifth set, I don't know what the averages were, but I thought I was fantastic, and I felt really good up on the stage tonight. I felt really good yesterday actually, but maybe I was a little bit edgy because I hadn't made a major final for a long time. But tonight I felt the best I'd felt throughout the whole year, throughout the whole week. Sorry.
There was a moment, I think it was the fifth set, where you missed 4 down to the 119. If you'd have won that set, you'd have been 4-1 up. What was going through your mind when Gezi came back and took that set after all those missed starts?
Yeah, I threw them really nice as well actually, and when they didn't go in, then I think we walked. Was that the fifth set?
I think it might.
Yeah, I think it was the fifth set. Yeah, so I walked off and thought, that's a set I let get away from me there. But like I said, I didn't let it bother me. I didn't let it panic me. I was in control. It was my throw, and then I think I had a good sixth set as well, and 4-2 up. If I knew if I'd have lost that seventh set, it still would have been my throw. But of course, it's double in. It's not normal. So if I couldn't have got in, then he could have gone 4-1 and it's his throw, and who knows what can happen. So I'm really proud of that seventh set, the way I finished the game off.
It's been quite a journey to get to this point. We saw that when you hit the winning double, you went straight over to your parents, and you said on social media that your dad is your idol. Just how important have your family been on this journey to reaching this point, lifting a major trophy?
Yeah, they're massively important. Obviously, my dad is my idol. Anybody can ask me who's your idol. No celebrity, no sportsman's my idol. It's my dad, because he's the person that made me the person I am. It allowed me to be this professional dart player, because without him taking me places when I was 13, 14 and 15, and all the heartbreak we went through losing semi-finals in the youth competitions, I wouldn't be here today. So like I said in my interview on Sky Sports, I'd love to see this trophy in my front room, but it's going to be in my dad's front room, because there's no one more that deserves it than my dad. So yeah, I always said to him, my first major title would be yours, because he deserves it. And like you say, there's nothing. I've got a major title, but there's nothing more important than family, and I think they're very proud of me at the moment.
And speaking of family, it's not a bad present to take home to your son tomorrow, is it?
That's right. My son's birthday tomorrow, so yeah, I think as much as he won't know it, his life has changed, because his dad's the major champion now in the sport, and that's quite massive. And I would have loved to have had him here. As much as he wouldn't have understood what was going on, but I would have loved to have him here. But of course, I didn't want to upset his sleep rhythm, because he goes to bed a lot earlier. But he's going to have a very good present. I might have to wrap it up for him just so he can open that up and see how great Dad is.
Luke, big well done. Thank you.
Cheers.